Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo?
Wait, okay. I don't like where this is going. Junpei?
And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Because someone was communicating with me? Zero and me?
Well, that's...
Yeah! The voices in my head, in Junpei's head. That means someone was communicating with him all this time. Zero. I remember. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream in two branches. It only flows in one direction and it can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river, but I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am the 9th letter of the alphabet, I. But I'm also Zero. No, that's not true. I'm not really Zero, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than Zero. Zero is my future. What the heck, guys? What the heck? In 9 years, I will be Zero. Who was that talking just now? Where did she go? Ju no Akane. Where did she go?
Santa!
White Clover. Oh, what is going on? Hey, welcome back, Kelsey. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
I don't quite understand what that was about. The future Zero? From 9 years ago? I don't quite understand that. Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight, I mean. I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. Guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through the door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
He can't get through any number of doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Well, that is it. That's all he's gonna give us. What the hell does that even mean? Shoot them out. They're leaving us here inside the incinerator, guys. And now the gate is shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
You mean we're trapped?
Trapped in an incinerator. That's not good news.
So it would seem.
Please don't let that countdown start right now.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Start the countdown?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
Do we have the numbers?
No, you can't be serious.
But he is. Should we gonna do something? Maybe we can still get out through the door, number 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open the door. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. 8. Is there any combination that will work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Okay, go ahead. She certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. No need to be ripping pages out like that. You mean none of the combinations worked?
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
None of the combinations worked. We are all stuck here. At least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. None of them worked. 2, 4, 5, 7. That would leave... Who? That would leave... Locus.
What?
Lotus.
And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she figured it out though. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Where the hell did that come from? Looks like she's expected that about as much as I did.
Without... if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
I think he likes her, guys.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
Yeah, all the bickering going on between the two, they could be a couple.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace?
Lotus as children?
I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier, at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital root should be 9! It has to be 9!
But that didn't work because 9 isn't really a 9.
Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
Oh, it doesn't work.
You were right.
Ah, it doesn't work.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital root was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
Maybe one of our numbers is wrong.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit, if we can get through the door, we can get out. The walls are all way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that whole 7 pop out 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at the door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. I was watching... Oh! Arcane Vision? What? It said here before. We are Arcane now, we are June. I have watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. So Arcane can communicate with Junpei. June can communicate with Junpei. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings of worries and fears became mine. Man, it's past midnight already, guys. And you guys in the East Coast, it's 3 a.m. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set where we were resonant, we were as one. I was him, and at the same time I was an observer. I started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was where my resonance with him began. My resonance then melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow, I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. What? Okay. So this is the younger June from 9 years ago. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in two realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as two movies showing on the same screen at the same time. So she is going through two lives at the same time, two time periods at the same time. Wow. It's too incredible, guys. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
And that was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. Two of the boys got into fistfights. Girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We're starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we could call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us and his voice has authority and dignity. The fights died down and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. Ah, the clover leaf. The clover leaf bookmark that we gave to Clover. From Santa, I believe.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these.
Okay, they are promised between friends. He gave a clover to each of us and took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget. So long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When we finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the number doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we were all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was the only one. But if there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors!
We began to panic. Then, as if things had gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
my brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, higher up on the wall, a door opened. A man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him Seven.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like Seven had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by Seven. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of the door, number 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral staircase. As we ran, I lead the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother, Aoi, Snake, and Seven. The other children, the ones who had gone through door number 9 before us, were up ahead. We could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized...
No, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vents. Then I dropped it as we slid out. Had to go back, I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They wouldn't stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship.